Hi, and welcome to another edition of the Digital Arts Show. I'm Jim Siriani, your host, and this show is part of the Digital Arts Festival that is produced by Center Stage Theater in Santa Barbara, California. The Digital Arts Festival shows stream nightly at 7 p.m. and now through actually May 5th, I understand. And we're doing these all during the COVID-19 quarantine. And again, they will stream nightly at 7 p.m. You can find out more on the Center Stage website, centerstagetheater.org, and just click on the blog tab in the upper right-hand part of the homepage there. And the purpose of the Digital Arts Festival is to create an outlet for artists of all kinds to share their work. And unfortunately, because of the quarantine, many artists and performers suddenly found themselves with no way to perform or to showcase their work. And in some cases, some of their work may never be seen by the public because of the quarantine. So as a way to work around that, we've created the Digital Arts Festival produced by Center Stage and to help artists and performers connect with their audiences. And we'll have all sorts of people on for the show. We'll have dance, theater, music, film, visual arts, poetry, storytelling, and much more. And again, you can learn more on the Center Stage website, centerstagetheater.org, and click on the blog tab. Today's guest is Yulia Maluta. Sorry about that.
Hi,
Yulia,
everyone.
hi, Yulia. Welcome to the show. So tell us a little bit about your background. You have a very interesting background in dance. I understand you've worked with Cruising with the Stars, which is part of Dancing with the Stars. That's exciting. And I know you've,
Yeah, that was really fun.
yeah. So tell us a little bit about your path and how you ended up as a performer and teacher here in Santa Barbara. How did that all come together?
Yeah, it so happened that when I was four, I claimed my mom that I will be a dancer and actress. So I didn't know. Something inside of me already knew that that is my path. And when I was 15, I saw the clip of Lambada, which was back in Russia, in Soviet Union, and it was time of perestroika, so it was very difficult time. And funny enough, how I can relate to what's going on with toilet paper is we had shortage of toilet paper back then. So like, we had lines for toilet paper that were like horrendous. So I made this whole show about it. And one of my performances is like I have a necklace of toilet paper, and I did the whole one woman show about it. So the dance was like a freedom and escape, from that hardship. So I started doing ballroom and Latin dance, and then eventually I met a man, and I came to United States. I'm making it very short, and then I continued my career here as a professional dancer in ballroom and Latin dance. And then, I just realized eventually then dance is more than just competing. It's actually a way of life and being in the world. And it's unifying experience. So then I got into performing arts. And it's been my passion. It's just my greatest joy of bringing community together in this unified way. And I formed a Transform Through Arts Theater organization, and I produce every year I produce a dance show called Colors of Love.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. And
Yeah, and
again,
it's center stage. Yeah, it's center stage, and that's why it's been my favorite venue. It's both like an opening, an open door for me to start doing something like that.
that's wonderful. And again, my guest is Yulia Maluta. And to learn more about Yulia, you can go to her websites. She has a couple of them. There's tangolamore.com. That's TANGOLAMORE.com. And the other website is transformthroughartstheater.org. Again, that's transformthroughartstheater.org. And you can learn more about Yulia and all of her work. So Yulia, most of your performances are collaborations with lots of other dance groups, but this year you did a one-person show for the first time. How was that experience different than the group collaborations that you've done?
Yeah, that was the most amazing experience, and I wanted to do, I wanted to do the show for 10 years, and I never had guts to do it. And there was something in this year, I said to myself, I'm going to do this, and I think it's got to do with really accumulating the strength inside. And it was, like I expected, and I'm so skilled with the other shows, which brings the community together, but I never expected that one woman show would be something 20 times plus of work and dedication, and I didn't realize what it will take. So it was such a stretching experience, and I'm so glad I did it, because then I know it's like the capacity. I totally stretched myself to the capacity, because it was near 2 hours, and I had to dance and speak the story through dance. So it was this, the journey was quite a roller coaster, and to be with those life emotions, and I had a live musician who would be playing with me spontaneously in the moment, and that was incredible experience, because it was all this, spontaneous. He would bring out in me emotions that I didn't even know existed, because it was like this in a moment, synergy of us coming together, and me. It was really amazing for me, and I'm so glad I did.
Nice, nice. And again, to learn more about Yulia, you can check out her website, transformthroughartstheater.org. So, Yulia, let me ask you then, how has the COVID-19 crisis impacted you as a teacher and a performer? Are you offering any online alternative classes, or how is that working out for you?
Yes, I'm offering some, classes just by donation. I mean, it's not like
Yeah,
the way of making money. My purpose is just to keep community moving, and I think, with this kind of unknown and uncertainty, people need the outlet to feel free in their bodies, and to
right.
go against the fear and express themselves. So yes, I'm offering some classes online. I have some dance fitness by donation. I do have some tango classes by donation, and I have a gentle yoga and stretch by also by donation. So yeah, just keep the community moving, keep us connected. And I
Right, right.
also I taught some meditations, just free meditations for people to have the stress relief, to have um, um, outlet to for peace of mind. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Can you tell us a little bit about your creative process? How do you go about creating new dances?
Oh, that is fun question. um, you know, usually all the shows I do, it's always in alignment with collective, and where the stream of collective is oriented. So somehow, like, yeah, in tune into like the whole, and I think that's being an artist. We have to be like visionaries. We have to see where collective is and express it through arts. So like a few other, like about a half a year ago, I did a show about the empowerment of women, colors of love, of colors of sensuality, and I could just feel it's like it was needed to we needed to come together as women and express empowerment, because back then there was this Me Too movement, and there was this kind of life force coming together to express something of that nature. So like every show I do, I kind of in tune into collective where we are. And the last show, Colors of Love, was about unity. So
Okay.
and I could just feel that strong message has to come through. Well, it so happens, so we got united not through performing arts. Like that is my dream, Okay, everybody comes together and we express this colors of love, of diversity and unity and all this richness. But we are so got united through COVID-19, because now every single country in the world has that experience. We all can talk. There is something that unites us together in this crisis. So, and it's interesting, that it was like almost when I did this Colors of Love, I almost could anticipate that there is something going to be like that nature. I actually did a piece about it, and
Oh, wow.
I did it I did it like I did it through creative process of aliens coming to the earth, and they had to save the earth because the earth is in such a rundown condition. So it's almost like I could predict, that we're on this verge of breaking down, that there's something has to new to happen for us to learn a new way. And the piece was about how we use the earth, exploit the earth, how we completely unconscious about it, and so it started to happen, and then 2 months later, it did have to happen like that,
Right.
because we have to bring that awareness to each other, to how we relate between each other and the earth.
Right. Wow, that's an amazing story. And again, if you'd like to learn more about Yulia Malutta, her websites are tangolamore.com. That's TANGOLAMORE.com. And the other website you can check out is transformthroughartstheater.org. Again, that's transformthroughartstheater.org, and you can learn more about Yulia and her work that she's doing with dance. So let me ask you then also, what do you think the long-term impact will be on your creative process? Once we come out of the quarantine and then on into the future, how will your creative process be impacted by that?
Like I almost I'm like, I cannot wait for us all to get together. Like, I feel after this quarantine, I will want to do another show at Center Stage. And I will call it Colors of Love, because it is, usually I do it once a year, but I think I'm going to do another show because we all have story to tell. We learn something through this process. Some huge revelations, will come out of it. For instance, for example, how little we need, and that we sometimes just and all the distractions, like right now we are so forced to go inside and to do what matters to us. Sometimes, with this external distractions, we forget the purpose of our life and meaning of our life. And I'm so excited actually for it to be quarantine, when finally it will be over, for all of us performing artists to get together in this show, Colors of Love. And I cannot wait, actually. I feel like there's going to be such a fertile ground for everybody to express something. So I'm just being with it and see what emerges inside of me also, to start, creating. So I'm excited about this,
Nice.
somehow do something fun.
Well, that's a great way to look at it, because hopefully that is the case, that we come out of this. My whole time during this, I've been calling this not a quarantine, but being cocooned. That we will emerge as butterflies, hopefully,
Beautiful.
after this,
Yes.
and then we'll learn something, and maybe something positive will come out of this once we're done. We're just about out of time, Yulia, but I just wanted to one more time give everybody your information so they know how to find you. Again, Yulia's websites are tangolamore.com. That's TANGOLAMORE.com. And the other website is transformthroughartstheater.org. Again, transformthroughartstheater.org. Go check out her websites and learn more about what she's doing. And to learn more about Center Stage, you can go to their website, centerstagetheater.org, and be sure to click on the blog tab so you can find out more about the Digital Arts Festival. Again, that's centerstagetheater.org. And just in case, if you're bored and you want to learn more about what I'm up to, you can find me on social media. I'm Jim on the Air on Facebook and Instagram, and Jim on the Radio on Twitter. Thank you so much for joining us. And Yulia, thank you for
Thank
joining us
you.
as well. It's wonderful to meet you. And
Thank
hopefully we'll
you.
get to meet in person one of these days.
Yes, at Colors of Love. See you at Colors of Love or somewhere, and I was performing events. It'll
Awesome.
be
That'll be
interesting
great.
what we all create after this. It's going to be really interesting.
Exactly. Well, thanks again. And thanks again to
Thanks.
Center Stage Theater for the opportunity. And we will catch you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.